let's say hello to Mike Roach of Horns 24/7. Mike, where does Texas currently fit into the mix for Duce Robinson?
Well, they're certainly in the group. I mean, they've kind of been in the group since they landed Arch Manning back in the summer. I think that was a big part of it. It feels like they're anywhere from the near the top to the middle. I know Georgia seems to have a lot of the buzz right now and a lot of the momentum, and how could they not with what they've done at the tight end position? USC's been a long-time favorite, but I think Texas has shown him a couple of things, and obviously the opportunity is there for him to come in and play immediately.
Mike, the reason we brought you on here, though, is to talk about the big recruiting weekend coming up for Sark and company, and still kind of waiting for the Longhorns to take that next step on the field, entering year 3 with this staff. So just how important is it for them to have success next season to maintain what's been a great and a high level of recruiting?
Over the last decade at Texas, that's really been the problem, is anytime a staff has seemed to gain some momentum or started to move in the right direction, they've taken steps back. I think that they have to take another step forward in the next year. And, there's a lot of factors that go into recruiting. We talk about relationships. We talk about NIL, all those sorts of things. Nothing recruits like a winner. And as Mac Brown showed when he was in Austin, nothing recruits at Texas like a winner. So I think they've got to take a definite step forward and start really showing that they're making some progress toward being an elite program again.
Mike, I love the book over your shoulder. You gave me one. I got mine on my bookshelf as well. But Arch Manning was the crown jewel of the 2023 cycle for the Longhorns. That's a guy they targeted from the jump, got him in the boat. As they turn the page to 2024, who are some recruits that they've circled that could be possible bell cows? I have a hunch Jarrett Gibson, the 5-star running back, might be one of them. Anyone else we should know about?
Jarrett Gibson definitely is one. There's a lot of confidence there. That the staff is in a good position with him. We do have him on our list and expect him to be in Austin this weekend for Junior Day. And that's a guy that I think a couple of years ago, I don't know that you would believe Texas could win that recruitment. But Tashard Choice went out, got Cedric Baxter this year in a big national recruitment, and is set to do the same again with Jarrett Gibson. And there's a lot of confidence there. I think when you look at the in-state guys, there's some really talented ones in the state of Texas, including Kobe Black from the Waco area, who's our #1 player in the state, and then Micah Hudson, who's from the Lake Belton area. Both of those, hour and a half from the Texas campus, those are guys I think they would circle as their bell cows in state.
All right, we got 2 types of recruiting nowadays. That's high school recruiting and portal recruiting. So in the portal, you got Georgia wide receiver A.D. Mitchell entering on the last day to do so, which was yesterday. You got some early interest from Texas, so where do they stand with him as they look to add to that wide receiver room?
This was a name we were told even before the portal opened in December that if he were to go in, that there was a good chance he'd be looking at Texas. He played his high school ball in Texas before moving to Tennessee, and I believe still has family in the Houston area. And so it was a name we were alerted to, and then once he never went in, it was kind of something we forgot, pushed to the back of our minds. But in the last week or two, the noise started building that he would go in. I think Texas is the front runner in this race. And it wouldn't surprise me to see something move very quickly there.
Mike, another big out-of-state visitor for the Junior Day, KingJoseph Edwards, by the way, on the all-name team already for the 2024 cycle. He's going to be in town. A lot of people think Georgia is the team to beat there, but from what I've heard, it seems like the dogs are fading a little bit. So do you think Texas has a chance to make a move over the weekend?
Yeah, that's another one where I think Tashard Choice will play a big role. From his time at Georgia Tech, he seems to have a pretty good relationship with coaches in the state of Georgia and has done a lot of good work recruiting out that way and getting Texas into the mix with some of those players. I think that KingJoseph Edwards obviously is going to have a whole host of teams to choose from, but I'm really interested to see what the feedback is coming off of this weekend and if Texas can make a move.
All right, a top 5 class in 2022, a top 3 class in 2023. So where do you see the Longhorns' potential on the trail in 24?
I think a lot does depend on what their results are in the season, but this is an elite recruiting staff Steve Sarkisian put together since the moment he arrived in Austin. It's a priority for them. They seem to do everything from a staff perspective with an eye toward recruiting, and they try to keep innovating and keep pushing. And so I think that they've proven that they can recruit at the highest levels. And I think at this point, anything less than a top 10 class is a disappointment.
All right, Mike, we asked the tough questions here on the show, so I got to close with this. How concerned are you that Arch Manning has lost 2 IDs in 1 week? Should we be concerned?
It's an easy joke I've seen, but it's I think we have to question the pocket awareness of Arch Manning. I mean, that's college life, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how many student IDs I lost while I was in college, too. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But, man, he just arrived there. Mike, thank you so much for all the great intel. Keep it locked into Horns 24/7 for all things Texas.